And here we are, back in the late dust season here on Vertumna in our new camp. And we're trying to figure out what we should do. It still kind of hurts to be in geoponics since this was Mom's domain. And with everything nice now, maybe it's time we can try to figure out other things that we like and are interested in. And there's still other ways that we can provide for the colony, like being creative in the kitchens. Auntie Seton comes bursting into the kitchens carrying a large crate. "Special delivery, children!" She sets the crate down on the prep table and sticks her hand inside. "It's time to do my very favorite thing in the kitchen, figuring out new ways to cook fresh food. You grew up eating soy rations, tasteless but nutritious. The hydroponics aboard the spaceship never made enough to feed everyone, so fresh food was a luxury. Auntie's always excited to try her hand at real cooking." With a flourish, she pulls from the box an alien plant you've never seen before. It's pale blue-green, oblong, and about the size of her forearm. It hits the cutting board with a disturbingly meat-like slap and immediately starts oozing slime onto the surface. "Your father finally cleared this friendly little fruit for human consumption," Auntie Anne says. "It doesn't even have a name yet. You could come up with something fitting while you figure out how to use it." You look dubiously at the weird fruit. As you watch, it glorps out a fresh wave of slime. Auntie Seton catches your disgusted expression and laughs. "I'm sure we can think of something to do with it," Tammy says, clasping her hands nervously in front of her chest. She doesn't look as enthusiastic as usual, but she still manages to chirp. "It looks really fresh." I mean, if Dad said it's edible, Cal was gonna eat dirt, so it's gotta be better than that, right? You bisect the weird fruit. The goop seems to come from the ducts under its thick skin, not the creamy yellow flesh inside. You pop a piece in your mouth. It's kind of sweet, like aloe, crunchy and gooey at the same time. You give Tammy a thumbs up, but she's still too scared to touch it. "Actually, new things are pretty scary," she says without a trace of embarrassment. "Can't we just use it for compost?" "But that would be wasteful." "And yeah, new things are scary, but this actually, I have been too afraid to go outside the colony bounds, so I guess I kind of understand." There. Yay! And now it's the wet season. "Tammy, you're standing outside in the rain?" "I used to like the rainy season," Tammy says, peering out from under an umbrella. "But even the rains can't hide how dreary it is here, don't you think?" "It used to be dreary, but there's a lot more life now, and it seems a lot safer. Maybe I'll practice my little, whatever it's called, paintbrush flute thing again." Where's Nomi? And where's whatever is gonna show up for the wet season? Cal is still playing with the little beanbag that Rex gave him. Dad is hard at work in the greenhouses. There's a lot of replanting to do, as well as setting up the hydroponics from the new ship. It's almost like how it was the first year you landed. I don't know. Should I help in geoponics? There's some mushwood. Maybe I'll help in geoponics this month, and then next month I'll play my photo fauner. Oh, it's Tangent. Your work often overlaps with Tangent's work in the biochemistry and genetics lab, so it's not uncommon for her to pop by and ask questions about what you're working on, or for you to ask her for help in interpreting some test results. She's uncharacteristically animated whenever she gets to talk about science, almost like she's a whole different person. She even laughs sometimes. Don't you think it's so interesting how Vertumnan species resist being classified by any known taxonomy? She asks, peering into the root network you've sandwiched between pieces of clear glass. She stands up. It feels like everything is a bit fungal, she says. Spores, fruiting bodies, mycellular networks, even in animals. And some of the plants here can walk. She nods excitedly. The division between plant, animal, and fungus is less strict here than on Earth. At the cellular level, many animal species have properties of plants, and vice versa. She launches into an explanation of how high-energy bonds store energy and require a metal catalyst like iron in human blood and chlorophyll in green earth plants, but how the different hues of Vertumnan plants must mean they use an entirely unknown elemental catalyst, possibly not even metal at all. It's a little advanced for you, but Tang is very excited about it. She stops and takes a breath, winded by her own monologue. Sounds, Solanna! If Vertumnan plants and animals share an elemental catalyst, and we found out what it is, we could learn so much about this planet. Yeah, maybe I can do some more genetics research on it. You show Tangent what you've been working on, all the samples and simulations, the results of scans and experiments. Incredible, Tangent says, going over your notes. We've been attempting to map the genomes of various samples in order to construct a phylogenetic tree, but we're at capacity already. Can I take this? Of course, sure. Tangent smiles. Thank you, Solanna. This is more helpful than I can say. Chief Engineer Instance forwards you some kudos for sharing your research. Oh wow, there's a lot of cards this time. $36. Woo! Okay, now I'll go and practice on my photo fauner. Well, after I say hi to Cal. You spot Cal sitting in the dirt, picking sullenly at the grass. He's weaving it together into a bracelet. Sometimes it helps if I'm doing something with my hands, he says quietly. If I start to feel scared or upset, I just take a deep breath and try to reconnect with the planet. Yeah. Hey, maybe I wonder if playing the photo fauner will do something like that for me. You practice the photo fauner. You think you're getting pretty good. You hear from new colonists that playing the photo fauner is super cringe. By the time they left Earth, only children would play with them. Badly. You don't mind. Honestly, being the only person who really cares about being good at using the photo fauner means you're automatically the best. Oh wow. Wonder if... Nope. Okay. And now it's the late wet season. And you know what? Maybe I will practice on my photo fauner again. It's pretty fun. You've been practicing the photo fauner by watching tutorial videos and copying what you hear, but that's just one part of learning how to make music. It's time to write your own music. What kind of styles did you use for compositional debut? Maybe something thoughtful that maybe reflects the journey that we've had here on Vertumna. That's very mature of you. To what do you credit your inspiration? The trials of growing up. The I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this. The Bildungsströmen is a noble genre. You sit down and compose your great work. You have a rudimentary grasp on notation, preferring a more instinctive spiritual approach to music. But slowly something begins to come together. Eventually you have something you're actually really proud of. You worked hard and it's genuinely good piece of music and holographic performance. Everyone who sees your performance agrees you've done great work. This will probably go down in colony history as one of the first original pieces of art to have been made on Vertumna. Wow. Hold on, I want to reorganize this. And with this month being our first glow season, I think we'll just have to wait and see what happens next time.